Hello and welcome to Build Day Friday. Today we're going to review the Gundam Portent from the Build Fighter series. It's a nice looking suit that is streamlined all except for the mini wings poking off of it. It goes together quite nice, has some good articulation, and an all around is a great suit. So let's start off by taking a look at the articulation. The head is on the double ball joint, so it has an up down movement. It gets a pretty good look upwards, rock forward, backwards, side to side. The arms on your standard polycap inside the torso with the ball joint onto the shoulder. So those have nice range of movement, only really stopped by this armor piece here. Hands are on the usual ball joint. The arms are double jointed and give a nice 90 degrees. The legs are stopped from coming all the way forward by the construction of the hip armor. So that's about as far forward as the leg will go. Same with back, so you don't get much movement forward or backwards, but you can come all the way out to the side. You also have the full range of motion in the knee with that double joint there, so you can get that to bend almost 90 degrees. Your feet are on a standard ball joint with the polycap that allows it to rotate backwards and forwards inside the leg. This toe armor here in the front is on a hinge so it can move up and down a little bit. And that's it for the foot. It looks like it might fold in half to give you that nice pointed flying toe look, but sadly it doesn't. Other articulation we have. These are on ball joints into a single polycap, so you get nice up, down. You get a good range of motion out of these. Up, down, you can twist, turn, move them around. The swords down on the back here are on swivels, so they can go up and down. This part here has a little bit of a swivel, so it can go up and down a tiny bit, but not much. If anything, it's just there to help it fit properly onto the base. Other points of articulation, each of the fins are just pegged in there, so they can be rotated around in their slots. Same with the legs. On the arms here, the ones on the arm can flip forward and backwards, and are also on a peg up into the arm so they can swivel side to side. Another point of articulation of the suit is something that I think is slightly unique to this suit. You have the standard polycap connecting the waist to the midsection and a polycap connecting the midsection to the upper body part. You do not get much ab crunch, but because there's also not a lot in the way on the skirt to get in the way, you do get some double rotation one way and back the other with the upper body. It's not as severe as the build Burning, but it is slight and gives it slightly a bit more range of motion in the midsection than some other models. So there's not much to this one. It is quite a nice suit. It's small. It's a quick build because there's not a lot going on. There's not even skirt armor. But it does build nice. It feels nice. And it looks great overall. I'd recommend it as a good build. Going into accessories, we have the two beam swords on the back here that are on a swivel and are on pegs, so they come off. They're very tight, so they are a bit hard to come off, but they do go on a little bit easier than they come off. And at that point, you can do a long beam effect or a short beam effect. And you're given two of each so that you can mix and match or have two short beams or two long beams. As far as hands go, you have two open hands, one for each hand that holds the weapons. You have one open grasping hand and two closed fists. So pretty standard as far as the hands go. The weapons are just straight up pegs. There's no special form there. You open up the hands, you put them in, and they slide right in. The rifle is nice with all of its parts being molded. Fits into the hand quite nice and looks great. Though it is pretty chunky, so it has a little part at the end there that fits onto its arm. The sword here is mostly nice, fits into the hand well, all the weapons fit. But the swords on the back, the gun, and the special sword here are the only accessories it has. So you're not going to have a lot of parts to shove into a plastic bag here. And I know a lot of people have been wondering if the Portent Flyer comes with this. It does not. I looked at the box of the Portent Flyer, and as far as I can tell, it is meant as a custom backpack for other models. So what you get on the Portent Flyer would be that bird-looking head that attaches to the back of this part here. And you also get a multitude of wings that I'm assuming you could probably put on the Portent and give it different wings to look nice. Let's take a quick look at customization. Again, the arms are on the universal ball joint, so those go into the torso like normal. The hips are on the universal hip joint as well, so those go on well. You just have these nice round parts. As far as this nice hip skirt piece back here that this is attached to, the part that gives you the swords, that I'm pretty sure is locked into the waist, so you would have to do a bit of cutting and prepping and modifying to get that to fit properly. As far as its backpack is interesting. So once again, we have a backpack that does not fit up to what's considered the universal standard with those two side-by-side pegs. So getting this to go on another model, you'd probably have to do some cutting and modifying to it. As far as putting another backpack on the Portent, it does have the two side-by-side pegs, which are not used on the connection of this backpack. So you could place the universal backpack parts onto the back here. As far as coloring goes, everything looks like it matches up to the official artwork on the poster. So all the colors are good and nice. Everything looks like it should be. As far as stickering goes, to make it color accurate, there are barely any stickers used for color accuracy. The main stickers on the model itself are the eyes, which are two separate ones. There's a small sticker on the V-fin up here. Each hand has a small green sticker. And that's it. All the other stickers that you'll see on this sticker sheet, except for the large one, are silver parts that go underneath the green parts. So there's not a lot to them and they work quite nice. Unfortunately, the large sticker is the white part on the sword. So for some reason they went cheap and made that a sticker rather than molding white parts to fit there. So that's kind of a knock on this model, is that you have a big white sticker on your sword instead of a nice looking molded plastic piece. So I would say even if you're good with stickers, the sticker is going to look subpar compared to the way the rest of this kit is put together. But that's only one bad point. The other bad point is if you're someone who plays with it a lot, these arms can pop out pretty easily. These back parts can fall out pretty easily. Other than that, there are not any bad points. It is a great model. It works great. I had all of the green parts go in for me well, except for two. So again, with a model like this, where you have those clear parts slot into someplace, it depends on the model you get. You might need a little bit of glue to make them stick. I needed it for the parts on the side here, the green donut areas. Otherwise, it worked great. The stand it's on does come in the kit. Nice green, clear stand. Helps it stand up. Give it that flying appearance. If you watch the newest episode, this does not come with carols like in the episode, so you can't have that nice little effect. There's not a lot to say on this model. It's color accurate, it's a nice build, it feels sturdy, and its downsides are very minimum. So if you like the way it looks, buy it. If you want a quick build that feels very sturdy, buy it. This is a great suit. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you think it's helpful and informative, please share it. I'll see you guys again next week.